What did you learn this week? That's what we do here every Friday at 2 o'clock on Instagram. I'm Annie from Downstage Media, and at Downstage Media, we give theater professionals who are intimidated by social media a path of what they can post online so they can connect with their audiences on stage and online. So I like to check in kind of before the week officially ends, the work week officially ends, and the weekend comes crashing in. Just to take stock of a few things that I learned. Sometimes they have to do with social media, sometimes they have to do with what's going on in the arts, sometimes it has to do with just building your brand. So we've kind of hit on a bunch of those this week. And I always post these up on downstage.media/blog because it's a little bit tricky to save videos to watch later. So I am working on that for Instagram Live because I think I learned about a way, but I didn't officially learn about it. So I didn't put it in my what I learned this week. But nonetheless, if any of this passes by and it's going too fast for you, or you're not able to totally take it all in, then you could go to the blog and I have everything all written there. But I really like to check in with you to find out what you learned this week, because that's kind of what we do here. It's just sort of your time that you can check in and share what you learned this week. If anything is not coming to mind now, just post something up a little bit later on Instagram and use the hashtag Wltw so that way we can find it. So I'm going to share with you some things that I learned this week. Hey, how's it going? Now, is it Mr. Sir Jones 1 or Mrs. Jones 1? Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right, or your screen name right. Okay, so first thing is your Facebook page you gotta have more of a multifaceted approach. I've been kind of tinkering with this since the beginning of the year, and especially because Facebook has changed its algorithm so drastically. So there's a few aspects of your Facebook page that you want to have. And this is for like an official company page or a business page. This isn't like your own personal Facebook page. So here we go. So you want to have 5 different elements. One of them is organic, right? So that's just the regular stuff that you usually post on Facebook. It's just organic stuff. Another thing that you want to have with your Facebook page is paid content, right? So you want to have a combination of free stuff that you post yourself and paid content like a paid Facebook ads. When those two things work together, then like you're going to get better reach. It's going to get to more people if you have both an ad running and just your free organic content. I know it's a pain. It's like not how we want to think about Facebook, because we wanted to think of it as like a free and open internet. But you know what? Facebook is kind of a pay to play space nowadays. So there you go. So there's 5 different areas that you want to have in your Facebook page. So one is free, like unpaid content that you're just putting up at a regular pace. And of course at Downstage Media, we give actors what they need to come up with a plan of what to post online, so that way they're able to connect with their audiences on stage and online. So we've got unpaid stuff, paid stuff, messenger marketing. So if you haven't looked into this yet, it's also known as chatbots. I've really seen them pick up. There was just a statistic that came out that 18% of brands are using chatbots currently on their Facebook pages. However, marketers anticipate by the end of the year, 51% will be using chatbots. So now is the time for you to get in still a little ahead of the curve. Chatbots are a great way that you can connect with your audience on your Facebook page one-on-one. They go to your Facebook page and then something pops up that says, hey, do you want to get tickets to our newest show? Do you want to see our latest video? Whatever it is, if you're an actor, if you're a theater company, it's going to be different of what people are looking for when they go onto your Facebook page. But messenger marketing gives you that availability to connect with people one-on-one. So that's another approach that you want to have to your marketing. Oh, by the way, if you want to see the chatbot for Downstage in action, just as an example, you could go to the link in my Instagram. The link in the bio for Downstage Media. Okay, so unpaid content, paid content, messenger marketing, Facebook story element. So, using your Facebook story. I don't go crazy with this because I know it's a lot to keep in touch with. So I would like to make sure that at least one day a week I'm posting to my Facebook story for Downstage Media. Feel free to, do more. More is great. But at least have something on there. So once a week, I think is a pretty simple, attainable goal. And then finally, a live element using Facebook Live. I have a lot of stuff up on the Downstage Media blog about how you can be using Facebook Live, what you need to use to prep for it. I've done almost 70 Facebook Lives for either myself or for Downstage or for our clients. And so we've got a lot of tools on there because that is a really great way to get through to people's news feeds. Facebook kind of jumps the line. So if you post a video that's live and you post a video that is one that you've done and edited at home, the live one is probably going to get in front of more people. So those are the 5 elements that are great to have for your Facebook page. And I really put all that together, synthesized that this week. So that was one of the things I learned this week. What did you learn this week? Let me know. I'd love to hear more about what you learned this week. Oh, really quick thing. Speaking of Facebook Live, I'm going to be hosting a Facebook Live on Downstage Media's Facebook page on June 27th at 8:30. And we have Downstage Media's Chief Engagement Officer, Gianluca Russo. He's going to be talking about how to get more followers and more likes and more comments on your posts. So that's at 8:30 on June 27th. So I hope you join me at that. But what did you learn this week? Let me know. Leave a comment because I love to have this be as interactive as we can make it. All right, next is before the read more. Okay, so before the read more is that basic premise of before the fold. So thinking about what the copy is, what the words are that you're writing before the fold. So in newspaper times, I don't have a newspaper here, but what do I have? Okay. So imagine this is a newspaper. It's a Land's End catalog, but imagine it's a newspaper. And how newspapers open up, right? Boom. And so then it's what, if you're looking at the newspaper, what is on the front page and what is before the fold and what's below the fold? You guys know what I'm talking about. You've probably all seen Newsies. Anyway, so think about your copy before the fold. But really, in today's day and age, people aren't really looking at newspapers so much. So I like to say before the read more. What are you writing before your writing is going to get cut off and you'll say read more, right? And that stuff is really high real estate. So make sure that you're writing what is going to hook in your audience. So in before the read more, that is great. That really involves them. Make it about them. What are they going to learn? Why is it worth their time? Why should they bother reading this, clicking on this, looking at this? What's in it for them? So that was another thing that I learned this week. Again, what's something else that you learned this week? Would love to hear it. This is what we do. If you don't know exactly and it comes to you later, take a picture, make a post on Instagram, use the hashtag WLTW. We'll find it later on. Okay. So so what I learned this week, so just as a reminder, the 5 different points of what you want to have on your Facebook page to optimize it. And then also thinking about that copy before the read more. And the Tony Awards were on Sunday. So the Tony Awards were this week. How about some applause emojis if you watched the Tony Awards or hearts or whatever. Let me know if you watched them. I sure did. I watched them, and I really feel like the Tony Award broadcast was better and more interesting to me than some of the Tony Award nominees. Okay, I didn't see many of the nominees. I'm sure most of us have not seen many of the nominees, but I don't know. Donna Summer musical doesn't interest me. Even SpongeBob SquarePants the musical. I know visually it's supposed to be really stunning, but I just don't know if there's a lot of there. Anyway, my point is I really learned from watching the Tony Awards that you can like the Tony Awards show even if you don't care so much about the season, because I feel like the Tony Awards show really played to theater people. There was a lot of inside jokes. They didn't, you know, like sometimes with the Tony Awards, like they try to parade around pop stars or movie stars to get people who are not familiar with theater to be more interested in it. I don't feel like they did that. Do you? I didn't feel like that. I felt like they really gave you what they wanted. They didn't try to make Sarah Bareilles or Josh Groban stand-up comics. They had Josh Groban and Sarah Bareilles sing, right? So this goes back to that whole idea of giving the audience what the audience wants. And I don't know, are we all clamoring for Donna Summer jukebox musicals? I don't think that's what we want. So that's why I feel like the Tony Awards are doing that. And I just want to underline that always when you are posting, no matter what you're posting, think about what your audience wants. Okay. What did you learn this week? I would love to hear it from you. I know I went through a lot of this stuff fast, so feel free to go to downstage.media/blog and you will see all of the stuff from this WLTW that we did. It's all written out. There's links for where you need links, all that kind of stuff. So it's up there, but I'd love to hear what you learned this week. So use the hashtag WLTW, let me know. And otherwise, we do this every Friday. So I will see you next Friday. WLTW, I can't wait to find out what you have learned this week. So thank you, and I'll see you soon.